Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob with Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today we have a very special review, impressions of a knife that I was loaned to by Mr. Eddy. Thank you, Mr. Eddy, for allowing me to check this out. This is the Kizer Varatas. Beautiful black out Varatas. I love the look of this one, the S35VN blade steel, titanium scales with a beautiful texturing, a little diamond texturing you can see on there. That's really nice. A beautiful fire anodized pivot there and pivot screw on the other back there, captive. This is a Jacob Lundquist design, so very, very cool. I don't know if that is his mark there or not. I'm guessing that's Jacob Lundquist. I love all the blacked out version of this. It is milled titanium. You can see it's very nice weight relief on here. Beautiful thin blade. This is a very functional one. It does open and close really nice, flipping wise. Now I will say it does drop a little bit right here, so it's going to drop on your nail. So you got to, keep your. That's something you have to keep your eye out for. So if that's a big deal to you, that's something you might want to consider. But I love the design. Beautiful light, beautiful knife. Everything about it works really well. It is a thin, beautiful design, light design, fantastic everything. So let's talk about the blade. This is a black Cerakoted. I don't believe this is DLC. I don't think it said DLC. I'm going to double check on the box real quick. I think it's just black. Yeah, it's just a black blade, which means typically it's going to be like PVD or anodized. PVD or Cerakoted. So I'm going to guess it's like PVD coating or something like that. Black titanium, which means they just kind of coated it, right? So, but that is the blade, and same with the titanium here. Love the fire anodized titanium here that they did here, and here. It's kind of a little touch. Some people, it's very light. It's like it's been brushed. It's not overly the top. Like so, we does something like that, and theirs is very dark, and so sometimes it doesn't stand out. I love the light look of this in contrast to the black here. I think it really does accentuate the fire anodization and the, almost like a pastel kind of soft kind of color, and it really kind of highlights it, and it almost looks, I don't know, almost holographic sort of thing. Just a nice touch. I kind of dig that. I love the full flat grind. That's really nice, and full flat grind sometimes means you will have bonus flick, but this is a big, beautiful thumb hole, fuller hole. Works really nicely. You can get your finger in there, both thumb, and it is frame lock. So if you left-handed, you can do it. You just have to keep your mind. If you put your finger on here, it makes this a little more difficult. So keep it a little high, and typically, and you got to keep your finger out of the way of the front flipper tab right there that comes across, and it should be relatively easy to work with unless you hit my tabletop, which is nice that it's a soft cut-proof tabletop, because otherwise it would be ruining my table. But anyways, I like the titanium clip. It does have some nice flexibility. It's going to give you relatively deep carry. It's not all the way deep carry. I don't see any lanyard, which is okay with me. I'm not a lanyard fan, so I don't mind. The front flipping works really nicely. As you can see, you can easily do that in multiple ways. Now, I have short fingers, so it's hard for me to do the reach around. If you have longer fingers, you can do it. It's probably much easier for you. So there you go. It does have decent blade to handle ratio. I mean, this backspacer is really trying to highlight and accentuate as far as an aesthetic, and it gives it an extra, I'd say, 1/4 of an inch longer than it should be. But for some, that might be nice because it gives you a little extra grip. So extra large hands, double extra large hands, and you do have a choke up here. You can definitely choke up with, and you can see all that room right there. You see all that room when I'm choking up. So you have lots of room, and if you keep it back here, you're perfectly fine. You're not going to get close to the sharpening choil. I like that. So, and it does have a steel bar insert over travel stop, which is nice. The cutaway for the lock bar is inside, so that's a beautiful aesthetic. And like I said, when it does drop beautifully, it does break in and drop in really nicely. I like that a lot. So really, really cool. The materials, I love all of that. I love the opening and closing with the bonus. You've got the thumbs and the finger. You got the front flip and all that good stuff. That does give you some nice options on this design, which I really do dig. All right, so let's go ahead and, we already talked about the blade and all that, so let's do some weights and measurements on this guy. So it is S35VN. It has some milled out on the inside of the scale, so I suspect this is probably, we're dealing with maybe 3.2 ounces, somewhere around there. Oh, 3.0 ounces. Oh, just right at 3 ounces. That's not bad. I was kind of close. It's definitely not a heavy knife. That's pretty stinking cool. All right, so let's look at the overall lengths and measurements on this guy. So we're looking at a knife that is about 7 and I want to say 3/4, just shy of 7 3/4 of an inch. Your overall handle, if you go from right here to here, you got 4 inches. If you choke up, you've got 4 and I want to say 5/8 of an inch of grip area, which is pretty nice. The overall length of the blade from the tip to the back of the handle is 3 1/4 inches. The overall cutting length here is about 3 inches, just maybe a hair shy or hair past 3 inches. All right, now this feels like a thinner blade. It doesn't feel super thick. I mean, well, looks like it gets thicker right there. So I want to, looks like it's thinner here and thicker here. So let's go ahead and see if I'm seeing that correctly. All right, so what I'm seeing right here is 126, 127 thousandths of an inch. Is it thicker here? 123 thousandths. No, that's an illusion. Okay, 124. Wait, 124, 125, 124 thousandths of an inch. 124 if you round it. Yeah, now it's starting to taper off. Going back here, 124 thousandths of an inch, so 0.124 inches. Not super thick. Interesting. About the average thickness for a knife, but it does come out to a nice thin edge. It has a nice sharp edge, beautifully all the way around both sides. I like that a lot. There's a lot of chamfering, a lot of details around here that's done really well. So the edge is highlighted and looks nice with everything around it. I think that's just really cool. All right, what's the category for this guy? Well, it's definitely in the regular category. It's not under $100, but it's nowhere over $300. Matter of fact, it's half of $300, about $160, I think it was. $159 is what I thought I saw. I'll have a link down in the description. You can go to it, and that's where you'll see. Because, you know, depending on when you see this review, prices could change. So I know at the time that I looked at this, I thought it was like $159. So $159.95 or something like that. But prices could change, right? Maybe they make it in a different material later on. Instead for S35VN, maybe they use a different material, and that could impact price and cost as well. I like it. It's very fidgety, so that's really cool. It's nice. The price is nice, right? So is it EDC hard use collection piece for a thin knife with a thin titanium scale? That's a frame lock. It locks up really nicely. Yeah, it's in there solid. No pivot play. Nice detent, no detent lash, all that stuff. Everything that works really well. I would say for EDC, absolutely hard use as you can with a thinner knife like this, right? This is not a fixed blade. This is not an axe. If you're looking for an axe, buy an axe. But if you're looking for a fixed blade, buy a fixed blade. You know, don't go out trying to whack wooden logs with this knife. I mean, I guess if you're in a life or death situation, you know, you use whatever tool you have. But in this case, if you have better tools, use those. I don't expect this to act like a fixed blade, right? This would be a great tool to open dog food, cat food, mulch, fertilizer, all sorts of stuff around the house. Hey, oh, I just noticed something. This is reverse. Oh, there's a cutout right there. Do you see that? I believe you can reverse flick it. I wonder if there's a screw on the inside. I wonder if the screw goes all the way through and holds it. Oh, that's stinking cool if it does. That's cool. Looks like it's reverse carry. You can flip it. Oh, man, that's cool. This would be right-hand tip-up only, but it could be left-hand tip-up only. That's what it looks like. Now, it's not my knife. I'm being loaned by Mr. Eddy, but that's cool. I'll have to check that out in the description if that's true. Very, very cool. A little nice extra feature I never noticed. Wow. Okay, yeah, so it could be hard use. Could it be a collection piece? Absolutely, you can make anything a collection piece. I don't think budget knives are collection pieces, my personal opinion, but I think this definitely could be a collection piece, so definitely, for sure. Yeah, so opening and closing is great. I find this to be really nice. It's smooth. It opens and closes really nice. Action's great. If you put skiffs in there, I bet it's even better. You know, I like to put skiffs in everything on my knives, so I bet this could be even far better than it already is. And it's pretty darn good. I'll tell you, it's pretty darn good. You wouldn't feel like you've missed out if you didn't put skiffs in there, but once you put skiffs in there, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's pretty nice. So I mean, that's kind of how I like to think of it. Handles, opening and closing, textures, jimping, the clip, the lanyard, everything's beautiful texturing. Nice chamfering all the way around, no sharp edges anywhere. I love that. The clip is rounded. It's not super sharp. I will tell you, when I do a grip test, yeah, it doesn't feel like a hot spot in there. Maybe a little there. Maybe if you do a weird angle hold, but if I'm holding it and I'm just doing a regular, let me see here, regular cut, no, it's fine. It's fine. But if you do twist a little bit in your handle, you might feel a little bit, but it's not bad. It's not bad. It's rounded. It's not sharp. It's not digging in. It's just depending on where the creases in my hands hit it, right? So, that's just ergos. That's just, how your hands are made. So overall feel, open and closing, I think it's great. It really is. I love all the different ways to open and close it. It's really nice. It's very fidgety. Fidget factor. So you've got beautiful thumb hole, fuller hole, whatever you want to call it, that works like that. Works both right-handed and left-handed. I find that really comforting. I can absolutely use that left and right-handed, which is really nice. You can do the slow roll if you wanted to. The front flipper works really nicely, and then you can do the little side on the finger really nicely. So to me, it's really nice. It's very fidgety. I really, really, really do dig that. So I'm going to tell you, I think this is definitely going to be, so typically at 2.5, that would be 5, but because it's done so well and the way it works, I'm going to give it a 7. This is going to get a 7, and I feel like it does the front flipping, it does that so well. Yeah, I'm going to give it a 7. It just really well executed. I like that. I like that about that. So 7 is my fidget factor. Now, how about the fidgety goodness? So nice access to the lock bar, easy to get in and out. I wasn't sure if I was going to be a fan with this weird square shape, but it works. It works even when you choke up, right? It works. Works especially when you're choking up like this. You can really get in. You're doing a pinch grip like this right here. It works really nicely. I like that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so fidget factor, I'm going to give this... Yeah. I'm going to give it a 95. I'm going to give it a solid 8. No, I'm going to give it a 98. I don't know why. I just don't feel like it's quite 100. That's just for me. I know that's weird. It's just something that's making me feel like I'm just not quite giving it 100. I can't put my finger on it, but it's an A+. It's certainly a solid A+. It's not 100. For me, there's a little something missing. Oh, I don't know if it's, yeah, it could be I don't know. There's something there that's just doesn't want me to give it 100, but it's as close as you're going to get without getting 100. So, yeah, I'm going to give it a 98. This is definitely an A+ for sure. An A+. It's really good. It's really, 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 really good. It's definitely a knife that I would enjoy having in my collection, right? So for sure. Is it recommended? Absolutely, 100% recommended. Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's absolutely great. I like it. It's a design that it wasn't appealing to me at first. The more I handle it, I'm like, okay. It's kind of like Spyderco's. I'll tell you the story of Spyderco's. I wasn't a fan of Spyderco's when I first saw them. I thought they were just like a weird looking. Once you get a Spyderco in your hand, you're like, oh. Yeah, I get it now. I understand the whole idea of Spyderco's. I understand what they're trying to do with the Spyderco's. I get it, okay? I get it. Well, that's kind of like what I feel like with this. I feel like I'm getting it. I get Jason Lundquist the designs. I mean, he has a certain aesthetic about it, and I get it, okay? So I'm getting it. So, yeah, he's converting me, if you will. So, yeah, definitely recommend it. Definitely recommend it. So that's my thoughts on this, my review, my impressions on this. Let me know what you think about it. If you disagree, if you think I'm an idiot, that's fine. We don't have to agree. You can think I'm completely wrong. Just tell me why. Tell me what you think I missed, or tell me what you think I shouldn't have liked. I mean, I'd love to hear from you, your thoughts. Just as long as we have a good, positive argument, or not argument, but discussion, right? Where you tell me some things that I should have noticed, maybe I'd be like, hey, that's a fair point. Or things I missed, hey, that's a fair point, right? I love to hear that. And maybe I pointed out some things you never thought about before, and you'd be like, hey, that's a fair point, right? Love to have those discussions. So let me know. Hey, if you found this content fun, interesting, worthwhile, entertaining, or informative, would you please consider hitting that like button down below? If you've already hit that like button, would you please consider hitting the subscribe button? Subscribing and liking the channel really helps out the channel, allows the channel to produce more content, do more things, ultimately do more things for you guys. So thank you. Thank you. I mean, I really mean that. Thank you to all of you guys who watch the videos, who like the videos, who enjoy the videos, and subscribe. Man, I sure appreciate you guys so very much. And if you haven't already, hit that notification button down below there as well, so you can be notified of future content like this video. And to all my channel members, a big, huge thank you. I appreciate you guys. I really do. Yeah, if it wasn't for you guys, I don't think I'd be able to do some of the things I can so early. It would take me a lot longer. So I'm very appreciative of that. You allow me and the channel to do more things more quickly, and that's really humbling, and I'm very grateful. And if you've been interested in being a channel member, I would love to have you. Please don't ever feel obligated, but I would be honored. In the description down below, there's a link. I have 3 different tiers. If you want to be a channel member, any tier, I would be honored. I really would be. It's a small way for me to say thank you. I do a once a month members giveaway. Try to make it pretty nice because people have been pretty generous with the memberships. And because of that, I always want to be generous back. As long as the people are generous with the memberships, I want to be generous back with a nice giveaway for members only, just so you know that. And then also, every member, if you're a brand new member, or if you've been a member and you've never asked me and you're a member right now, as long as you've never gotten one from me, I would love to send you a channel sticker. So email me with your name and address so I can mail you a channel sticker. It's my small way to say thank you. And if you're an Uber nerd, you signed up for the top tier, you get a special premium sticker. So make sure you let me know you're an Uber nerd. I can easily verify that because I have a list of memberships, right? But I want to make sure I get my Uber nerds their Uber sticker. So it's my small way to say thank you. Thank you. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys so very much and watching and being part of this channel. If you haven't already, check me out over on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching today. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.